KD beat is fire. KD beat is fire. KD beat is fire.
Beats Planet.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on in. 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 Appreciate y'all for being here. Another amazing episode of Voch Lombardi Live. You're probably thinking, Voch, the show just started. How you know it's going to be amazing? Shit. I mean, what else would it be? You feel me? Appreciate y'all for being here, though, man. We got some work today, man. Cowboys coming off of a W, so it's Cowboy Monday. Pardon me, it's Cowboy all week.
When
we win, we don't just celebrate on Monday. We celebrate all week. That's what we got to do to be obnoxious Cowboy fans. You feel me? Because they're gonna hate you anyway.
The conference has been unlocked.
That's right there, by the way. Listen. I ain't even gotten to the thing yet. My fault, man. My fault, Master William, dog. I'm about to let y'all, you know what I mean? My bad. This is Voch Lombardi.
Yo, Skywalker.
VOCHLOMBARDI. We just dropped the film session highlight. If you want the long form film session, we're going to Patreon right after this. Patreon.com/Voch Lombardi, man. We're going to be putting in the work. We're watching D-line today. Depending on the energy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We could also do O-line too, but I know for sure we doing D-line today. We being point guarded by the best in the business. I mean, my bad.
Yeah, I got urgent messages for Mr. Willie Jones.
I've had Master Willie. I've had Master Willie.
No sad music, man. I'm feeling great, dog. 5-2. Knocked off some dust, some rust, and let's move forward, man. What's up with you?
Life good, man. Like I was saying to you, brother, pre-show. Because me and Will still friends in real life. You know what I mean? So we talk. And I just wanted to share this message with y'all. Let me move the phones over here. I want to see Will's face as I talk.
Oh, okay. I'll pull it back over here then.
Y'all don't well see, they don't have to see your face. I just got to see your face. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So, you know, this could be just me, but I know whether I'm right or wrong based on how you be looking. You know what I mean? Because if I say something right, you be like, I say something wrong, you go. You know what I mean? So I look at you just to make sure we're on the same page. I ain't been wrong on a Victory Monday yet. I was talking to Will Steele going into the show, right? And the one thing that I want you guys to do, I always tell y'all to stay focused. I always tell y'all to stay on your square. Stay 10 toes down. You know, remain rational through all this, because there's going to be people out there that are trying to disrupt your peace. I I just need y'all to be aware, man, because, you know, you would think that, you know, after a Cowboy W, everything would be harmonious. You would assume after a Cowboy W, everybody would be on the same page. You would imagine after a Cowboy W, it'll be nothing but celebration in the streets. It ain't. And that's where things get kind of weird with me, man, because at this place, you know, I feel like we should be in this harmonious unison. We all should be celebrating amongst each other as a Cowboy family, not to be confused with my Cowboy family. That's an actual YouTube entity, but just the broad scheme of things, right? We should be celebrating, but the fact that when I say we, I mean like them. I don't mean like me, but people still fighting in the streets over this thing, man. I just want to just kind of let y'all know, man, protect your energy. You know what I mean? Protect your energy, protect your peace, and protect your blood pressure. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when me and Will still hop on this in front of the camera, don't get this mistaken. We make a lot of money to do this. Don't be out here running your blood pressure up for free. This shit pays the bill. So when you see me and Will still fighting people in the streets, don't worry about it. They didn't pay Batman the last Thursday of the month, Will Steele. You feel me? Batman didn't get a check the last Thursday of the month to come on here and do this. So just let me and Will Steele fight them wars for you. Let us fight them wars for you. But for the rest of you, I want you to protect your peace. I came up with this analogy, right? And I was just talking. Me and Will Steele was talking backstage. How many of y'all remember the first season of The Walking Dead? When it was fantastic, right? The first season of The Walking Dead when it was at its best. I always use the analogy I Am Legend monsters. And I don't know if the I Am Legend monsters are vampires or zombies or some weird mix of both. You know what I mean? But I called irrational people on social media I Am Legend monsters because in my mind, they would do things without being rational, without thinking. They would just attack nonsense, you know, because Will Smith in the movie I Am Legend, he'll be minding his business with his dog, with his rifle hunting a deer, and these I Am Legend monsters just start chasing the shit out. Will minding his business. They started chasing him, right? But I started thinking more about the analogy. Y'all remember in Walking Dead, when Rick got out the hospital and Shane didn't like him. Rick and Shane was cool, pre-zombie land, right? But, you know, Shane then got with his wife because his wife thought Rick was dead. Boy, what a weird situation that was. But it was this one scene in this one collection of episodes when they stumbled across Maggie's house. Maggie and her pops had this big barn full of zombies in it because Maggie's pop was, he wasn't of the mindset that zombies were zombies. He just thought that zombies were sick people. So we just gonna quarantine all the sick people into the barn. And Rick started going along with the shit, man. You know, zombies up here killing people, zombies turning people into zombies, and Rick walking around with people got leashes on zombies' necks, right? And you can see Shane kind of getting pissed off, right? In that episode, at the very end, this is what resonated with me with Cowboy fans on the internet, still making arguments about quarterback 1 and quarterback 2. Shane said, after pulling out his pistol, and Voch being gun guy, it was an impressive pistol, Will Steele. He shot one of the zombies in the chest. He said, Rick and Maggie's dad, whatever the hell his name was, he shot a zombie in the heart, but the zombie didn't die. He said, why is that? I just shot the shit out of this zombie in the heart, but the zombie didn't stop. They didn't stop moving. Why are they still coming? Another shot to the chest, one in the kidney, one in the stomach, and the zombie did not stop coming. Why is that? Because these people aren't people. Listen. Stay focused, chat. Those people aren't people. If you haven't seen it, boy, it'll be a hell of a watch. We may watch on the Patreon if we ain't got nothing else to do. Listen, Patreon.com/watch. Listen, those people aren't people. And Shane was tired of playing this game. Shane was tired of putting people at risk. Shane was tired of just meandering with this nonsense, dog. He's just talking under his breath, man. I cannot believe we got zombies on leashes. I cannot believe we talk like they pets. I cannot believe we going along with this nonsense, Will. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was sick of Herschel's zombie rigmarole.
Zombie rigmarole. Yes, he was sick of that shit, Will Steele. So in my mind, I'm like, man, these people that we run into on social media, they're zombies. Will Steele, we can go, look at this number. And look, you know what a human would do if they're proven wrong by a stat? You know what they'll go, Will Steele? A human will go, that's fair. Fair enough. You know what a human would do if they thought something and it was wrong and you show them with the film? Well, that's why that's not the case, because the film says this. They'll go, fair enough. And you won't have a problem with that person anymore, right? But they keep coming, Will Steele. Why won't these people on the internet stop coming no matter what Dak Prescott does, no matter what he does to overcome the little nonsense narratives that Colin Cowherd and Liv Moves may put out of the volume? Oh, I got something coming for y'all. Why won't they stop coming, Will Steele? Because these people aren't people. They're not. They're not people, Will Steele. So why? Content Kings, listen. So why are we treating them like people, bro? Why are we treating them like people, Will Steele? Of course, to complete the analogy, the only way, the headshot to a zombie would be to win a Super Bowl, correct, Will Steele? That'll be the headshot to end all zombies. Boy,
Yeah,
it'll look.
but see, I want to go about it this way right here. I want to take Lucille after it after when the good stuff happened, and I just want to go Ignat Negan on him.
Well, look, we say we weren't gonna keep doing this, Will. But I feel you, Will Steele. I feel you. A headshot is the only way to stop these zombies from coming. I understand. You feel me? I'm up here watching guys that I respect, right? I'm watching Bobby Belt, KD Drummond, Patrick Walker, dudes with stats, you know what I mean? Dudes with actual facts, with film. They'll put the film on the screen with, you can't beat film. Some dude was out here like, they were arguing with somebody. Some dude was like, oh, well, the Dallas Cowboys scored 18 points via Dak doing da-da-da-da-da-da. And some of them just right up under there talking about some, well, Dak only did that because of the turnovers. Well, bro, we're not talking about Dak. We said the Cowboys scored. I know, but Dak did, and I can only imagine what that'll do for your blood pressure, bro. Dak Prescott went out here on a rusty light day. You feel me, Will? On a rusty light day, and was still better than Cooper Rush. And I don't even want to disrespect Cooper. Let me stop the war call, because I don't want to disrespect.
Yeah, we don't want to. Yeah, we know he better than Cooper Rush.
Shouldn't
even have to have this conversation. But
we shouldn't, Will. We shouldn't. I just want my and the volume pay us money. I want my people to be focused, Will. Still, you feel me? The big point in all this, Will, you can, and I've seen some people say, oh, well, Dak did the same thing Cooper Rush did, right? Fine. If that's how you feel, whatever. Played an efficient game, didn't do a whole, well, Dak did a bunch of things we're going to talk about on film tomorrow. But for the most part, let the defense and the run game take over. Fine. If that's what you're saying, Dak and Cooper Rush did the same thing, cool. If Dak did the same thing as Cooper Rush, when Cooper Rush, quarterback two plays his heart out, and Dak Prescott has what you call a slow, rusty game, ceiling is what we're talking about. Now, if Dak Prescott played like he played yesterday all year, we may be on to something, Will. Still, we could probably have a conversation then. You could possibly say something to me then. The difference is we know that Dak will continue to knock the rust off. To be fair, by the time we got the third quarter, Dak was looking like, hey. By the time we got to the third quarter and then momentum started to happen, we was looking all right. So once you kick the rust off and you come back after the bye week, after the Bears, you run into the Packers game, that's when you will get, your ceiling will continue to rise. I love quarterback two. He did his job, Will Steele. Quarterback two ain't got no more juice. Quarterback two ain't got no more juice to go. He maxed out, which is fine. Dak Prescott got so much more to go. After knocking off rust, after getting his timing back, after working his momentum back, after getting a feel with his guys. Plus, I can almost make the argument, Will, still, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I think the rest of the offense may have been playing down to their competition in my mind, right? And that may or may not be a thing. Like I said, I would love to hear your thoughts. But what I saw from my offensive line last week versus them dudes in Philly, I was like, hey, man, I know every game going to be different and NFL math don't really work. But if you can block them dudes in Philly, you should be able to handle dudes like this in Detroit. Detroit not really a scary pass rush team. Dak Prescott got hit a lot more, than I liked. You know what I mean? Dak Prescott took some. Aiden Hutchinson ain't really been big sack guy all year, but he was able to get 1.5 yesterday. You know what I mean? I felt like they was kind of playing down to the competition a little bit. I felt like wide receivers had a hard time getting open yesterday. Whatever, is what it is. We'll cross that road when we get there. But I know that this offensive line and these wide receivers can play better. I know that for sure. So when I talk about midseason form, that's one of the things that I'm talking about, right? This offense is going to continue to grow because the ceiling has grown because 4 is back. Will Steele, what are your thoughts on what I just said on playing down to the competition? Was that something that you felt like you saw possibly?
I didn't think of it that way. It's interesting that you pointed out they played down to their competition because they damn sure struggled in regards to the offensive line. I said earlier this morning, it was a weird running day for the Cowboys because the numbers say they got a lot of yards because you had, a couple big runs, about 4 big runs, I think it was. Tony Pollard had 2, Zeke had 2.
Yep.
But from a pass blocking department, it's low key just continuing the same thing that had been happening. We went to that game last in the league in pass block win rate. And I came out of the Eagles just slightly felt a little bit different from the offensive line than you did. I thought they gave up a lot of pressures in that Eagles game, but they were so damn good in the run game department. This game, they kind of came down a little bit. They balanced out. They weren't as great in the run game department, but their pass blocking, for whatever reason, was a little bit worse, which is weird because that Lions defensive front is not that great. So maybe there is something to playing down to the competition, but Aiden Hutchinson had a hell of a game. Another dude got a sack on Tyler Smith. Just wasn't their day. And I'm hoping that we do get into form there and we get better as a pass blocking unit, because if not, that shell coverage is going to make you have to matriculate down the field. And I'll talk about that a little bit later, though.
For sure. What I was saying about dealing with the Eagles, I feel like if you got a D-line that good, that's about as good as you can block them dudes. You know what I mean? There's going to be pressure. There's going to be hits. But that talent of dudes on that line compared to this talent of dudes that we just played on Saturday is far different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think we did a good job with these dudes that we did yesterday on the offensive line side. But hey, we got time to fix it, Will Steele.
Yep.
If the goddamn playoffs was the day, we'd be in deep shit. But it ain't. You know what I mean? It is not. And I don't think the Cowboys are gonna go trade for anybody or for like any like wide receiver help or anything like that. Jerry Jones talked about some free agency. We'll talk about that maybe Wednesday or something. Maybe, because that ain't trading. But I don't think we trade to go get nobody. So I think for the most part, the guys that we got are the guys that we got. I think Dak Prescott played a solid game. I don't think the offense as a whole was as clean as we wanted them to be, but we knew there was going to be some bumps in the road. But shit, Dak by the numbers did fantastic, man. It was efficient, man. And I think just another thing too, I think what happens with Cowboy fans sometimes is that when it's Dak, and we don't do this with quarterback two, or when I say we, I mean no, they don't do this with quarterback two at all, but they grade Dak throw by throw. You know what I mean? They look at quarterback two, the finishing product. Quarterback two can go 1 of 50, but if we won, hey, quarterback two won the game for us. You know what I mean? But Dak Prescott we can have a high throw to Noah Brown, a behind Michael Gallup throw, one throw hit the dirt, and 2 deep passes that I didn't like at all. But besides that, Dak was sharp. Besides that. You know what I mean? And, I'm going to break down the film. We're going to do it on Patreon. We're also going to do a highlight for the YouTube or whatever to really talk about how the offensive line affected Dak Prescott's performance or whatever. But also, too, man, you can watch any quarterback. The ball will hit the ground at some point. You know what I mean? And the ball didn't hit the ground too much with Dak Prescott. Now, since we're talking about, and we ain't really talking about cons too heavy, it just happens we're talking about offense here. I think Mike McCarthy should have slapped Kellen Moore upside the head just a little bit more to keep him focused. Just a little bit more to keep him focused, man. I don't want to come out here and pretend like Kellen Moore is a horrible play caller. But I think if you don't smack him upside the head, shit can get a little weird to you. Now, I do want to present this to you, Will Steele. Brian Broadus had a fantastic point. The one play that made me sick was it was like 3rd and short. Zeke was at fullback. Tony was the running back or whatever. I mean, was that tail. And we faked it to Tony or whatever, and we did the wide thing with Zeke or whatever. We probably should have just went north and south with Zeke to pick up the yards, right? Brian Broaddus had the notion, which made a little sense to me, but I still don't know if I wanted to do that there. That he said that Kellen probably wanted to break up tendencies, right? Because normally when Zeke is at fullback and Tony's at running back, we just hand the goddamn ball off to Zeke directly up the middle and we just convert. And to be fair, you can't be predictable in this league. So by way of that, it looked cute by faking the Tony and getting Zeke outside as a way to break up tendency. Do you feel like that was the time to try to break up a tendency, Will, or did you just want to not get cute and just get north and south to try to convert?
I think it's just Brian Broaddus trying to find a reasoning to why Kellen Moore got cute. And you know what I'm saying? That's what that is. I mean, I didn't like the call. I mean, I don't know how it was silly. You know, if I'm going to do that, then get it to him right away with a lead blocker. I think it was like 1-on-3 when he did that pitch. It was not a good call, but that's just one of many weird instances this season for Kellen Moore.
Yeah, David Reyes in the chat box say, "Voch, I got a job. Can I get a war call?" Hey man, come on, dog. Hey bro. Hey, Calvin got a job. Hey, Calvin. Shouts out to you, David. I agree, Will. I do think that point was interesting, but I don't think that it's something that I would have done. You know what I mean? I definitely would have gotten north and south, because if we know anything about Zeke is a dude that turns -1 yard in the +2 yards.
Right.
You know what I mean? We know anything, like that's his superpower. So if anything, I was going to use Zeke's superpower right there to try to convert that third down. And that was a super important third down, man. We only scored 24 points, but I feel like we were supposed to have 34 points. In my mind, right? The end product probably should have been 34-6. You get a really bad sack on, I think it was Terrence Steele, possibly Tyler. Both of them played kind of weird this game, but one sack got us out of field goal range, and then the Noah Brown fumble that you can't have at the goddamn 5-yard line or whatever. You know what I mean? So I feel like our total points could have been in the 34-37 range, but penalty shot us in the foot. Blocking assignments kind of shot us in the foot. Kellen Moore kind of shot us in the foot. You feel them? Now, what I'm saying is, I don't think we're a bad offense. I just think we got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. So we got a lot of time to fix these problems. Oh, I see your face. I don't see. That's why I look at your face. See if I'm. You know what I mean? I don't think we're a bad offense, Will. So we may not be top what we used to be. I don't think we're bad. Would love to have Odell Beckham, but I think if we just clean up some of these problems and let the whole positive side carry us, because we about to talk about these positives a little bit, and let the positive side carry us, I think we'll be fine. Will still. Did you want to talk about your face you just made, or you want to go ahead and go?
Not a bad offense, but we need to figure this. This is 7 games in a row in regards to 3 third downs. 7 games, or 6 out of 7 games. First half has been real slow. You left 10 points. You said we could add 36 or something, 34.
37, yeah.
37. You literally left 10 points on the board in the first half, and the 4 points from first and goal or whatever it was at the 10, and then you get down to the 3, and then it's third and goal from the 2, and for whatever reason, listen, I like Tony Pollard, but Tony Pollard has my goal line back inside A gaps. I mean, he doesn't do those as well as Ezekiel Elliott does, and he literally just jammed his whole shoulder into, I think, his own man at that point. It said Zeke might have got in there. I think he might have scored on that one, or maybe you go for it because you get closer. So you left 4 points there. Then you left possibly 7 with the Noah Brown getting down to the 2-yard line, 3-yard line, and then fumbling. So, yeah, that was frustrating, leaving 10 points, in my opinion, on the board there.
Yep, we're gonna pray to the trap guys that it gets fixed, man. We
Or is
gonna
that 11 points? Yeah, I did the math
7
wrong.
and 3. 7 and 3, 10. Yeah,
7 and 4.
Where you get 4 points from?
Because we left 4 points. We got field goal instead of a touchdown. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. So 11 points. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? So if the end score was 37-6, I mean, I think a lot more people. And bro, like a W is a W. Be fair. W's a W. You know. I go ahead.
Yeah. Rather be building and learning off of a W than loss.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. Like it's other teams that these Cowboy fans respect that have harder games than this. Like Baltimore been having harder games than this. You know what I mean? Like some of these other teams y'all respect. Like look at what Green Bay and Tampa Bay going through.
Mhm.
Green Bay and Tampa just going through a crisis over there. I'll take a dirty win while I'm fixing my team.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's all about the end of the year. Now, when we get to December, we'll talk. Hey, call in. We got 7 people in here. Just letting y'all know. Get in line. Don't wait till 4:15 talking about some Voch and lock the phones. All right. Let's talk about our defense. Will Steele, if you'll pull up that or just have ready that tweet that you just retweeted that I tweeted out earlier, because I just thought it was so impressive. The Trey Diggs tweet that I tweeted out. Appreciate you, my guy. Hey man, this defense bailed us out. I don't even want to say bailed us out, but this defense put us in position to do some things offensively. And look, to be fair, when the Eagles beat us, they did some of the same kind of shit. They got turnovers. They were opportunistic. They scored off of them. If that's going to be the game plan, let's boogie. Let's do it. You know what I mean? So let's start with he's a bad guy. Before we get started in general, Will Steele, what do you think going on with Neville Gallimore? I heard half people say his wrist was hurting, half the people say he was a healthy scratch. What you think going on with Neville?
They just came out and said it, actually. Funny you say that. He was a healthy scratch. It came down to, which is weird, it came down to Neville Gallimore or Tristan Hill because they wanted to call Carlos Watkins up for more defense, for run defense. And they went with Tristan Hill, who I get he's been playing a bit better this season, but Tristan Hill over Neville Gallimore for run? Interesting. Yeah.
I was about to say, why not just keep all 3? But I wonder, was this a situation where when you let the dude do your job better than you type of theory? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it one of them? You know, like when Bo was out and Carlos came in and Carlos had a hell of a game. And it was like, hey man, we can't put Carlos back on practice squad with a game like this. So now we got to cut elsewhere. I wonder.
Possibly.
And I wonder how Neville feels about that. I saw this in Cowboy land. Like, is this a trade Neville type conversation? And I would rather keep him because I feel like you need everybody. You need dudes. Plus, you're like a hurt dude away from going, damn, I wish I ain't trade Neville or whatever. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't trade Neville, but I do think
it was weird, man. It was just weird. And I'm not trading no depth unless I'm getting something better in return. It's pointless to trade. Well, I'm not trading for no 2023 pick, bro. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl.
Nah, that wouldn't even make sense. All right, cool. Yeah, I was about to ask you, would you package up Neville and some picks to go get DJ Moore or something? But that wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense.
Well,
I'm say, would you?
what we talking about here? What we talking about here? Come on. What
we doing?
What you got for me?
What we doing? Get him on the phone first so I can hear what they're saying. At least. Let me at least talk to him, right? Well, still. Micah Parsons, man. Supposed to have 2 sacks, man. They got him down for 1.
They better fix that.
They need to fix that shit. That dude just takes over, man. I don't know what it is. I actually do know what it is. We talked about this, right? When the Cowboys score and we force you to throw the football, that's a scary place to be, man. It's a scary place to be. And look, there's a lesson in every bar, man. This Lions offense ain't no scrubbish set of dudes, man. I know they ain't won a whole bunch of games. That's because they defense bad, man. But this Lions offense is respectable, man. But man, when we got to once we put some points on the board and we had 14 points in the fourth quarter, 7 in the third. But once we started putting up points and making them dudes throw the football, did you see Sam Williams, dog?
Bro, Sam is what I love about Sam Williams is he a little bit dirty, and I like that because we need to change our mentality from the defense side of the ball from 2 years ago, and I feel like you insert him in there, and you got Micah already. Now you kind of got that dirty player. Every good to great defense got a little dirty player. You know what I'm saying?
You say dirty. Put me on mute. Put me on mute real quick.
Oh, hold up. Oh, what he about to say? Yeah, go ahead.
But I think we need that. You know what I mean?
Yo, you crazy, dog.
Well, Will, I think we need that, man. Because look, Sam don't know how to slow down, but I like that a little bit about him. You know what I mean?
Bro, I played with some dudes like that though.
You gotta have dudes. Every D line gotta have dudes like that. Will still
looking at him
and
like,
look,
whatever.
Bro, look,
he killing it. Yeah.
They even asked him after the game, "Yo, Sam, you know you just you just turnstile power drive this motherfucker. You ain't supposed to do that." Sam say, "Shit, I ain't know I couldn't do that." You need dudes like that, Will. Still, you need dudes that you got to pull over and rub their head and like whisper to them, "Yo, Sam, it's okay. Yo, Sam, hang in there. Hey, yo, Sam, it's all right, man. It's all right. Hey, you look, they gonna throw penalties, man. They hating on us, Sam. You just keep doing what you doing, big guy. You keep doing what you do, and just let Sam tear shit up." Now, Will, he got a lot to clean up. I still think midseason form, he won't be ready. Next year, after the peanut butter, God bless y'all, not us, but y'all, bless y'all. Go ahead.
He's doing what, and this is crazy. Micah Parsons is a second-year player, and he's already taken like leadership ability, showing leadership ability. He told Sam Williams, they asked him, he said, well, what advice are you giving Sam Williams or these young players? And I say this a lot. I said it here before. He was like, you're going to make mistakes, so make them at 110%. And like Sam is doing that. Sam is like, I'm going to get to where I got to be. And if I'm making a mistake, I'm going to get there fast, or I'm going to get there with some force. And I didn't see too many of those mistakes in the Lions game. You said it at the beginning of the year, you saw them glaringly. As the years, is going on, it's less and less, and he's getting better and better. But man, I love Sam Williams as. Remember we talking about getting a defensive end guy to help contain the edges and things like that. He ain't just containing the edges, bro. He's not. He's causing car accidents and he's getting in the backfield and just dumping dudes. It's a beautiful thing to see.
And it's all athleticism, Will. Still. Also, too, since we doing this, since we content kings, I know I told you about that tweet. Hold that tweet also. And if you open up the film, right, the actual Cowboys defense versus Detroit offense film, if you don't mind, sir, fast forward to the 26-minute and 44-second mark, Will. I think that's important that Cowboy Nation understand how important these two plays are. I'm gonna keep talking. You let me know when you got it. What's
the?
It's a 26 minutes and 44 seconds. That's the Micah chase down screen and the D-Law goal line play.
Well, actually,
I just got to. Oh, you got it. Cool. I just got to talk about those two plays because, chat, we saw some rarity on those two plays back to back, and there's going to be a lot of people, chat. And it's interesting because I kind of find myself doing this sometimes too, but I got to stop doing this, right? There's a lot of people that'll play hindsight draft game with you. You understand what I'm saying, Will Steele? They'll play hindsight draft. Oh, well, Voch, you ended up with XYZ and XYZ, but would you rather have Rashawn Slater and Jeremiah Wosu-Koromora? You know what I'm saying? Something like that, right? And they'll almost try to they'll make you double guess into going with a different draft. Listen, let me tell you something. Some dudes can probably play linebacker better than Micah Parsons in certain ways. But on that chase down screen, dog, Micah Parsons got something that nobody else got. Micah Parsons got a draw forward that ain't nobody else got. He's 255 pounds. He's the fastest dude on the field. Ain't nobody else got that, Will Steele. Nobody else got that. And interestingly enough, I think it was a part of the Lions' game plan to run screens behind Micah Parsons because they kept doing it, right? They did it one time and another time. And every time they did it, Micah Parsons would do the smart football thing. Like he'll recognize the screen and he'll backtrack and he won't get upfield and just get caught and get blocked or whatever. But he'll backtrack and he'll like chase down and like make the play, right? This last time on the one big play that when he caught the tight end at the 1 yard line or whatever, Micah caught himself a little bit far upfield. You know what I mean? Caught himself a little bit too far upfield and they actually almost caught him. But the ability to be the fastest dude on, look at this shit, man. Look at this shit, dog. Look at how far Micah is from this. He's damn near 7-8 yards away from this guy.
Might have been, yeah, you right.
Probably a little more. Probably about 7-8 yards. And he caught him from behind. He's 250 and he's the fastest dude on the field, Will Steele. Right? Let it play. But the D-Law play, you can just the D-Law play, Will Steele. where he had to deal with 4 blockers. 4. He had to deal with skipper at the point, the tight end on the down block, a puller that chipped him, and a guard playing fullback. He dealt with 4 blockers and caused the fumble. Are you shitting me? Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit. Like, rewind that shit, Wilson. Look at this shit. Are you kidding me? Bro, they don't make porn better than this. They don't make porn better than this. Son, look at that, bro. Off the line of scrimmage, dog. And we all know that offensive linemen on the goal line like this in particular, they come off low, right? They try to submarine or just try to hit you in the hip pocket and just push you off. D-Law, with the awareness and the quickness to boom, to then boom, and to not get down blocked by the tight end, right? To maintain his ground there, the pulling guy, foul, and then you got an actual offensive lineman at fullback with a running start. And he deals with it, Will Steele. Then creates the fumble on a clutch-ass play that wouldn't even be there if Micah Parsons wasn't there. Will Steele, I didn't want to be hyperbolic, so I ain't tweet this, but that might have been the best defensive line play I've ever seen from anybody. Of course, there's other ways you can be an impressive D lineman, but dealing with 4 blockers and causing a fumble on the one, you shitting me? Go ahead, Will Steele.
No, it was possibly the second biggest play of the game. I'm deciding Micah or that one. Obviously, Micah, if that doesn't happen, then the D-Law play doesn't work, right? So it went hand in hand. And he was doing that all game, bro. That's why if there's running game issues, take D-Law out the room. You know how if you got siblings and you get in trouble and you ain't have nothing to do with that, there's sometimes it don't matter if you're around there, you get in trouble. You go back outside and play. I got to talk to your brothers and sisters. Because you ain't the problem here, but he was knifing in, swim moving dudes, tossing line, defensive, not defense, tight ends. He's just, and I said this earlier, like you, I don't know if I want to be hyperbolic about it, but is he the best run stopping defensive end in the league? If he ain't the best, he top 3.
He top something. That motherfucker up there.
You know what I mean? And it's not like it's like, oh, he's just getting tackles 7 yards down. No, he's making impact stops.
Yeah.
Impressive plays, but go ahead.
Stuffs behind the line of scrimmage, like plays like that, you know what I mean? Yeah. And look, I know a lot of people tried to attach his value, his dollar amount to his pass rushing ability, right? Man, look, D-Law gonna get his sacks here and there, man. But I would say this though, Will Steele, you know that this team in particular, right? Our advantage is versus those passes, right? When we can get you in a situation where you gotta pass, that's when we have the advantage. D-Law being the run defender that he is almost more valuable on our team than anybody else because we need dudes like that to get us in those passing situations, Will Steele. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's almost to a point where when we line up against teams, you can see the game plan. They don't even want to go to his side. D-Law has made a living of chasing plays down backside because he know they're not going to go over there.
Yes. I don't know if people understand how good he is coming backside. It's crazy.
And y'all motherfuckers talk, and he took less money. Are you shitting me? This motherfucker said, "Hey man, look, hey man, just give me more guaranteed. Help your books out. You know what I mean? Help your books. And, sign this. Do what you want to do with your money." And then he goes out there and is one of the best run defenders in the league, and still can get past. And look, he probably ain't getting sacks like everybody else, like Dorrance and Michael or whatever, but he's getting hits. He's getting pressures. And man, no, I ain't finna sit up here and try to convince y'all to D-Law.
Best believe that he's being paid attention to as well in the pass game. It ain't like they just like, oh, we gonna single up, blah, blah, blah. What you're seeing a lot is D-Law inside on those obvious passing downs. I don't think he's played, I shouldn't say a ton. He has played a ton of defensive end, but he gets moved in a lot, man. And he's like, all right, I'll welcome it. Let's do it.
Y'all gotta stop fucking with Trey Diggs too, man. Did you have that play for me? Actually,
I got you, brother.
I asked you to come on. So not the Twitter, but the whole play, because I just thought of something different. I already know if everybody noticed on that play, but y'all know Trey Diggs is erasing the you can double move me shit, because for one, he's not really looking at the receiver. Like, you can double move cornerbacks if they're focused on you. That was a problem Cheeto had also. Trey Diggs be just looking at the quarterback, dog. He'll just keep the receiver in the peripheral or whatever, right? Like, he'll just kind of see you, but he's looking at Jared Goff, bro. The whole way, Trey Diggs is looking at Jared Goff, bro. And Jared Goff damn near looking Trey Diggs in the face. Can you imagine how scared it is? Like, you look in the Trey Diggs side and you're staring him down and you see him seeing you and you throw that bitch anyway. What you think gonna happen, dog? It wasn't Sounds of the Sideline. It was like a NBC Sports thing or whatever. And Trey Diggs was talking to Al Harris, man. He said, man, coach, or I think Al, one of them said to each other, he said, man, I think any pass that come my way can be an interception. And I'm like, you ain't got to be braggadocious, my guy. You ain't got to talk shit to your peers and contemporaries like that every play. But man, the more you watch, every time they throw to Trey Diggs, if it's not a goofy little pick route or whatever, okay, here we go. If it's not a goofy little pick route or something, if it ain't the Cooper Kupp deep crosser, rewind is what's the, like, every play can be. You see, they actually try to double move him right here, Will Steele. They actually try to hit him with a little then a back to the outside. But dog, Diggs ain't worried about that because he's looking at Jared Goff. All Diggs got to worry about is the leverage. He's only worried about the leverage. Jared Goff can lie all he wants to. I mean, pardon me, this wide receiver can lie all he wants to. He can do all kind of turns and shifts and shakes. If I'm looking at Jared and Jared looking at me and I can just see some kind of blue in my peripheral, which could be an advantage to us, them wearing, different jerseys or whatever. If I can see blue in my peripheral, you ain't going nowhere. Because at this point, Trey not looking at the receiver, he's finding the ball. And that's scary, Will Steele.
Yeah.
I'm only looking at the ball.
Jared got impatient. He didn't let the double move finish. Not that I don't think it'd matter, but once you let the ball go before the damn double move finished, if Trey locks on the ball this early, bro, you better be super fast and get behind him. And that wasn't the case. And he's like, oh, this thing ain't going over top of me? Thank you. Right. Easy.
Plus, to be fair, it ain't like Jared Goff got the arm rocket to take advantage of this or nothing like that. But look, Will Steele, pull up the cartel view for a minute. This is what was most impressive. This is what I actually tweeted about. Let me show y'all the cartel view, man. The actual degree of difficulty on this catch. If y'all go in your backyard and try to make this catch, you'll probably tell your goddamn ACL trying to do this. But Trey Diggs, he's oriented his shoulders and his hips to the inside. He's looking at the ball. He has to make an adjustment. He doesn't stop his feet. He has to make an adjustment, turn his hips, and catch the ball on the opposite shoulder. That may not sound like a lot. If you don't think there's a lot, go in your backyard and try it. You'll kill yourself and fucking break your fence. The fact that he's turning everything, it's almost like if you throwing me the ball and I got to catch it here, but I got to readjust and catch it this way now. That makes sense, Will Steele?
Yeah, it's not quite Willie Mays, obviously, but I always thought that any outfielder in baseball that makes a Willie Mays catch, and I see it in football, I'm like, that's hard. Because that's a hard catch to do. Because usually in the Willie Mays catch, you're kind of losing the ball. You could have the potential of losing the ball when you're flipping your hips like that in your head, and he didn't do it. He tracked it all the way down, flipping his hips, flipping his shoulders, and caught the damn thing. Like, this is why I think he'd be one of the top 3 wide receivers on his team if he was an actual wide receiver.
100%. And watch this too, Will. Me being draft guy, I watch the combine a lot. Some wide receivers, I mean, sure, anybody, wide receiver, some guys can do this, but they'll have to relocate the ball, right? Like, they'll see it, lose it, and refind it. Diggs ain't never take his eyes off the ball, man. He ain't take his eyes off the ball. He just looking, and caught it. Bro, he's raised the standard for dudes with ball skills. So going into this draft season, man, y'all can't come up to me and talk about some, Voch, what about the safety from Indiana? He got ball skills. Hey, look, if he ain't doing shit like this, then I can't praise him on that. You know what I mean? He probably got some ball skills, but don't just say he's ball hawk, ball skill guy. You know what I mean? And, bro, we just got some quarterbacks coming up, man, that's probably going to try him. Or they going to try to do something of that nature, man. No, Trey is going to keep racking up these numbers, man. That dude's incredible. I'm glad he's on my team. What's What's your thoughts on Deron Bland being the starting nickel corner for the rest of the season, Will Steele?
I hate that it had to come this way, but I'm excited to see it, man. You know,
Yeah.
it's one of the young bucks had to be inserted. I didn't care if it was outside corner, inside corner, or linebacker. I just need to see one. And it's crazy. Maybe it's me being a bit unrealistic here because our defense is still killing it. But I feel like there's little things I'd rather get in front of now than later. And to get Deron Bland coming in now, especially going up against a rookie, or he's like a rookie, second-year quarterback in Justin Fields, get some more momentum going, get into, the bye week. Yeah, I like this timing. And this is why I kind of want to get some of these young bucks some tick right now, because what if we need them later on? So I hate it came this way. Excited to see him play.
I love what you said there, Will Steele. You said, hey, man, we got some time to work on some things. Just some small little things to clean up. You want to know what made me jealous watching the Lions play defense? Is Jeff Okudah tackling the shit out of people.
Whew.
Just Jeff Okudah. I understand Jeff Okudah's a first-round pick, top 5 pick if I remember correctly. I think 3rd overall, something like that. So he's going to have that kind of temperament in him. But Anthony Brown just ain't tackling the best, man. Jordan Lewis wasn't doing the best tackling job. You know what I mean? So I would love for our corners to add a little bit to that, you know what I mean, to that game, I would say. Because if we've seen anything in the past couple of weeks, that sometimes if our tackling can be a little bit of suspect, then it could be easy to rack up rushing yards against us. You know what I mean? I want to get to a point to where, because I think we've fixed the interior. If anybody's running is outside. If we get to a point to where we fix the outside, Anthony Barr made me sick too. Van Der Esch was cool. He could be better, but Van Der Esch was fine. Anthony Barr kind of made me sick, but Anthony Brown made me sick with his tackling. Anthony Brown made me sick with his tackling. And I feel like his coverage ain't been the best, but I feel like I can live with his coverage if he tackled better.
I was about to say, it's been the last 2 weeks has been tackling.
Yeah. So in my mind, is it going to be one of the young dudes that, just like you said, and you summed like 8 points up in one sentence. Fantastic by you. When do we possibly start to look at Kelvin Joseph like, hey man, look, if you go out there and tackle somebody and cover as good, we'll let you fly. We'll let you be that guy. Because it ain't like Anthony Brown's taking the job like he did last year. Anthony Brown took the job from Kelvin Joseph last year. He ain't doing that this year. I would love to see how that turns out. Any thoughts on that before we move on to the phones, Will?
Bye week, maybe something happens there. We saw last year, it wasn't the bye, but Kelvin Joseph out of the blue started getting tick over Jordan Lewis. You remember that? He got benched or something. I don't know. I still don't have the answer to what the hell happened. But Kelvin Joseph just start getting ticking and move Anthony Brown inside. And it wasn't like Jay Lewis was hurt. He was out there. So maybe, one thing that I think I'm confident of with Dan Quinn, if he does see something and he feels confident in Young Buck, he'll give him a shot. So maybe it's the bye week, bro.
I trust Dan Quinn. You hear me? Let's get into the phones, man. I told y'all to get in.
The conference has been locked.
On you. For everybody on the phones right now, let's not linger here. Let's get in. Let's make a really good point. And I'm going to go ahead and get y'all up out of there. Love y'all to pieces, but let's not go too long today. Let's make one good point and get y'all up out of here because it's a good number of y'all, and me and Will got to clock out to do more work for y'all later on, some more content for y'all. So let's get in 1 point and we'll get you up out of here. Let's start with Los. See what he's talking about. Los is always a good start. What up, Los?
Yo, good afternoon, Voch. My 1 point is, man, we smoked the out of those Lions.
Man, come on, Los. Come on, Los.
Hey, no. And you know what? We about to smoke the out of those other teams too when Dak gets fully back, healthy. So that's my only point. Last thing to say is, one thing I do wish is, I don't know. I just wish Keller would get out his, and just call a better game plan or something. And that, I think if he manages to do that, sky's the limit. That's all I got to say. Peace.
Yep. Fantastic. And I do think a lot of the offensive woes would be cleaned up if Kellen's, I would say, situational play caller will still. That's a good word for it. His situational play calling be a little better.
I just think he is what he is, bro. I don't know. I don't know that I have any confidence that he's going to morph into something that we want him to be with 9 games left on the season. We just got to find a way to maybe simplify it in the bye week. Say, hey, listen, Kind of like Dan Quinn. When Dan Quinn said, this is what worked in Seattle, this is working in Atlanta, this is what didn't work. Take all that shit out. Yeah. Let's just simplify it to what works. So I don't have a ton of confidence that it'll change, but there are some cool things he does. There's some rhythm that he gets into. Stick to that, man. Live or die by it.
Is there an amount of wins that can keep Kellen Moore from getting fired this year? Like say
he get fired. That's not happening.
Because there's some dudes in college, boy. I was looking at, boy. I like, boy.
You mean like after the season?
After the season, for sure. Yeah.
He'd have to have another like terrible game plan and get called game in the playoffs again.
Like if we continue to let's just say we play horrible offense, we're carried by Quinn and them, but we make it to the NFC Championship. Does Kellen keep his job? Even if his play call is bad?
Maybe with the Joneses. I was looking to move on after last offseason or after the playoff game. So, what more did you need to see? You know, the second half was weird and the playoff game was terrible, and you elected to keep him. And then you told Mike McCarthy, hey, help the young man out. So, I don't know, man. It's just Joneses we talking about, and they love Kellen Moore.
We need Denver to send him some money so he can go in.
I was hoping Miami or somebody hired his ass. And we could swoop in and get McDaniels, but he wasn't coming over here to be OC.
I hate coming over here. Let's go King Cowboy. What's up, sir?
Yo, what's good, bro?
Cooler, my guy. What you got for the show?
Hey, man, listen. Couple quick points. I know time is passing. Listen.
Quick. Mm-hmm.
The defense. Can we get a war chest for the defense?
Shit, man, we do. Come on.
Please, the defense. Of course, they was averaging 30 a game.
Mm-hmm.
Sky, what's good? I ain't mean to leave you out. My bad.
What's up, bro?
Real quick. I know you probably gonna have a fill session later. Can you speak on the O line? Because I have my number one rated guy. Just can you give me the number one who you got? I'm gonna hang up with the y'all. All right, bro.
Appreciate you, King Cowboy. Tune into the show tomorrow, and I'm going to be giving y'all my O-line rankings because I only give the O-line rankings after I watch the film. I think it'll be irresponsible of me to have kind of watched the game. And I've watched a little bit of defense, but, we got to watch it. We got to watch the shit out of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then, then I'll give you my O-line rankings. But if you tune in tomorrow, you catch me on Twitter or something like that, I'll definitely give you my O-line rankings tomorrow. But as of today, I want to be fair. But if I can just give you a general overview of the offensive line, I think we did the same thing that we normally do, but I think we run the ball well. I think regardless of what happens in any of these games, I think we're going to run the ball well.
That's fair.
Pass pro could have been much more clean.
If I had to guess, and I'm gonna take a guess, put it on wax, so when you go back and look, because like you, I kind of sifted through, but I sifted through from a schematic standpoint and didn't really break down individual players from a blocking standpoint. Tomorrow, though, might be a different story. I think Zach Martin will come out as your best guy.
Yeah, Zach was looking demigodish. Blattish was cool.
I think I'm guessing Zach. I think it'll go Zach Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler Biotish, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Terrence McGovern, Tyler Smith, or Tyler Smith McGovern. But I think they'll be your last. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, it's probably going to look something like that, but we're going to be for sure. Because I know, y'all put a lot of faith into what me and Will still say, you know what I mean? And I don't want y'all to run out there on Twitter and be like, Vice said Terrence Steele didn't have a great game, but then I go back and watch it. I'm like, oh, well, Terrence Steele gave up one play, but the rest, you know what I mean? I just want to be for sure before we go out here and say it. Go ahead.
Fournier is out for at least 6 weeks, by the way.
Oh,
yeah, he tore his hamstring on special teams play, so that a little bit of depth there.
Yeah. So Jason Peters became much more important just that fast. But Will, I got a question for you. Tyler Smith hasn't been playing the best the past couple of weeks. He started off on fire. Hit the mute button. Mute me.
I don't even want to mute him, y'all, but you muted. I'm positive you muted. Stop, bro. One day, bro, you're going to get us. I'm going to forget to press mute.
But on that note, though, Will Steele, how much longer is going to be before we look at Tyler and say, hey, good start. Love what you're doing. Big dog healthy. Let's go ahead and get you back at guard where you belong, so you can finish the season on a high note and let 77 take over for his last hurrah. Because this would be a last victory tour, a last retirement tour for Tyron Smith. How many more weird Tyler Smith games is it going to be before Tyler Smith go back to guard and Tyron steps right in at a left tackle?
0. I'm just basing it. It ain't even like it's not even the play. I'm basing it off of listening to Steve and listening to Jerry. They really want to put Tyron Smith back in. So if Tyron Smith gets back in, automatically the dominoes is what? Tyler Smith goes to left guard. So I started off after he went down and hearing that he tore his leg off and he wasn't getting no Superman surgery, no Terminator surgery. I was like, that's it for Tyron. I mean, he done. But they talking about, no, he coming back and he's going to play. He got a lot of football left to play. So
we'll see. And look, my whole theory is, look, Tyron Smith probably can't play a 20 game season or whatever, but can he play 7 for you? Can he play 6? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking for. I'm just looking in the chat box or whatever, and I just see Shaq Edwards. And look, Shaq the Vikings fan. And in my mind, Shaq said this in this voice with these mannerisms. He said, well, y'all gonna slip one day. Y'all gonna slip one day. We're still gonna not mute you one day. Okay. You ain't gotta wave your finger at us, Shaq. It's all good. We ain't gonna slip up and get fired. And go right back to the Voch Lombardi side full time. All right, don't forget phones. Let's be quick here. Let's be quick. Clean calls today. Let's get clean calls today. Mr. Domino, we're gonna run back to you. What's up? What you got for the show? Mr. Domino. Snake.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna get you up out of here, then. Go ahead. Get you up out of here, man. Let's get Gabe on the phone. What's up, Gabe?
Hey, what's up?
Wait. Gotta do the metal.
I got you, bro. I got you.
We good to go. All right, Gabe. All right, Gabe. Go ahead. What you got for the show?
Man, what's up, my guys? Hey, much love to you guys.
Sure,
Voch and Sky. As soon as I heard Dak was coming back, I had to go buy some tickets. I'm gonna go see them this weekend, play against the Bears. Make sure they put a whooping on them. But I just wanted to give some feedback in regards to Dak's performances. I guess I would call it his first official game, because that first game versus the Bucs, I was concerned due to the fact that they had announced like that he had like a small little injury or a muscle, something on his foot. I don't know if you remember, due to the like a cleat or something, new shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I almost felt like they kind of almost swept it under the rug. And now I was like, okay, and he didn't get any preseason snaps or anything like that.
Right.
And I figured he was gonna play the way he did. He came up third, fourth quarter doing a lot of great things. I mean, even that first quarter, he looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Except for that very first throw to Noah Brown.
Yeah.
And then that one dropped from Noah Brown, but I feel like the team is gonna be rolling next week, man, and I'm all good for it. And then the 3 tight ends that we have, I think a lot of people are not really giving or putting that much attention to them, man. But we got Schultz, Hendershot, bro, Ferguson. I mean, Ferguson's got a nickname last week. I was, Fergie, bro. We looking stout.
Yeah.
And the defense, of course.
Yeah.
The defense is number one, bro. I don't feel like there's another defense that is able to move as good as the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
I may be missing something, but I think even the Cowboys are pretty healthy up until yesterday with Jordan Lewis, and I feel like maybe last game he wasn't playing up to speed. I really feel like he had an injury, last week as well. And there was a couple of runs where he was running a bit slow. But I think it's time for Bland and for Kelvin Joseph to step up and prove their worth.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Gabe, good call, man. Appreciate you. I'm glad you got a chance to go to the game and all that. Go Cowboys. Tap in with you next time.
How crazy is this? I didn't even hear what Steven said today, but Stephen Jones said on 105 through the Fan when discussing the offensive line's depth, he says, as we all know, we've got one of the best tackles in the league who hasn't played this year. who we're going to have the luxury of getting back at some point in time. He's
So
playing.
it's-
He's playing, bro.
Yeah. What I don't want though, Will Steele. Tyler never took the job from Conor McGovern though.
Oh, get that
What
out
if
your head.
What if they hoe us though, Will Steele? That's what I'm saying, man.
That ain't happening. Not a chance. Because not a chance, bro.
I hope not. I hope not. I'd be mad as hell.
Have you've seen the way this dude been? His highs have been far exceeding Conor McGovern's highs.
Yeah, it was like that in preseason too.
Yeah, they're making him earn it, quote unquote. And then by the time they was probably getting ready to do that, Tyron Smith goes down.
You know how
he
good
went
this
down too, by the way. Remember?
Yeah, for sure. You know how good this. Well, I mean, I know you know, but just we just talk. You know how good this offensive line could be with Tyron Smith, Biotish Martin, Steele. That's an offensive line, dog. And you somehow get better. Like the offensive line been playing solid. This game kind of weird, but the offensive line, I feel like if Tyron is, because he ain't demigod Tyron no more, but he's still good. He's still top 10 somewhere. If Tyron can come in and be top 10 for you, that's the theory that we've been trying to get. You get better at both spots. You get better at left tackle and at left guard. If you can make that happen, man, and that'll be right on time for this final run that we're doing. Clean calls, y'all. Let's get them in quick. D Shift, what's up?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Good,
Man, it was
Mike.
a great game. I got to bring my fam out to the game yesterday.
Happy for
My
you.
son's now 2-0.
In the 100s, dog. In the 100s, dog. Come on, dog. Holla at you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We batted 100, man. We batted. Your boy got on the jumbotron with my son on his B-day. So,
Beautiful.
man, it was in the stars, dog. It was in the stars. But nah, man, I got to sit by a Lions fan. He was trying to trade. He was trying to bet me his Kerryon Johnson jersey for my Trey Diggs. I'm saying bet where. So that was kind of ridiculous. I was trying to think like Johnson. Who the hell was Kerryon? Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's neither here nor there, man. But Voch, man, do you think moving forward, I really feel like, man, we one piece away, And do you think it's more important that we get that linebacker or that wide receiver? Like, how could this team benefit? Because if we can just stop these runs, right?
Yeah.
These teams got to start padding. That's what happened with the Lions. They got a pretty good offensive line. Then they were just determined to run. And then once they got to a point late and they were looking like we got to start throwing, because at the end of the day, Noah Brown don't fumble. You up 10-6, and then you keep going on the run, and you could have made the Lions back off their game plan. So, do you think it's more important to get that linebacker or that wide receiver, even with Dak's mindset of like, man, I'm going to start throwing 210, 220, 19 for 25. I'll take that stat line all day. I'm going to sit back and listen, bro.
Appreciate you, D Shift. If I had to pick out of cornerback and wide receiver, I'm picking wide receiver every day of the week because I feel like
he said linebacker.
Linebacker, my bad. I feel like you can live with Van Der Esch and Anthony Barr. Like, you still got an elite defense with Van Der Esch and Anthony Barr. I don't want this offense to get to a point to where we can't score at all because we can't get separation. You understand what I'm saying? Plus, if we like our problem with Barr and Van Der Esch is, like run game stuff or whatever. So if your offense was a little more explosive, then you put the opposite team into that hole that we always talk about, Will Steele. You know what I mean? That hole that we always say, Will Steele, we say that, we don't need this Cowboys offense to be the number one offense in the league no more. And to be fair, we don't.
Man.
But if we can, we still have a defense that can complement that. You understand what I'm saying?
What you said is very interesting. That might have flipped me because I'm kind of trying to hoard all the amazing talent and just make this defense one of them ones. And I feel like we ain't one of them ones, but we one of the best in the league. Period. But what you said, like if you score,
how fast can we put them in that hole, Will Steele?
Yeah.
How fast can we put you in that trap?
Hey, because my head, I'm thinking about we just playing right now, right? Like we probably getting under these dudes, but I'm like, man, what do Roquan Smith look like in this? You know what I mean? Somebody like that, but it's like, I mean, you only giving up 14 points per game, with an offense that hasn't really scored yet. So what if you get? I know we keep saying DJ Moore, not going to happen, but a receiver that could help you in that sense.
Amari Cooper, if we simply had Amari Cooper, what would this thing look like right now? Kill me.
To play devil's advocate, do we think bringing in a guy like that, do we think it could get wasted because of Kellen and the scheme and whatever? Just playing devil's advocate.
I don't think it'll be wasted necessarily because we've seen Kellen do it with talent. You know what I mean? Like Kellen has had the talent before and he's done. You know what I mean? And Kellen probably can't be the offense coordinator that got to lead a team by himself. We keep talking about that, right? Like, okay, well, the offense got to lead this team. The defense leads this team. Kellen Moore, let's just say, if you take this offense from last year with the defense from this year, we going to Golden Corral, and ain't nobody going to stop us from going, Will. Still. Nobody stops us from going to Golden Corral if we have that. You know what I mean? So I'm getting the offensive piece, man.
Man, fantastic.
Clean call.
Goddamn fantastic point, yeah.
No, clean calls, y'all. Clean calls. And I don't think Cedric Wilson takes us to last year's level, but I do think Cedric Wilson can help us. But he ain't doing shit in Miami right now, so we might as well call and see if we can get him for something. Clean calls, y'all. Quick clean call. Let's get Charlie up here. What up, Unc?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Cooling.
Man, let me just say this, man. It's a blessing to hear y'all, man. Let me explain something to you. I am thankful for the win. But now I'm going to say this to the Cowboy Nation. We still got room to improve. Let me tell you something. It ain't about the win. It's how we won the game. The Detroit Lions was putting foot to us, and they shouldn't have been. How about when Dak rolled out, how about you make the catch? Well, he upended him. He didn't catch the football with his legs. He's supposed to catch it with his hands. Yeah. It's what it is and ain't what it's supposed to be. Now, the Cowboys are in a prime position to get better on offense and say, well, we can't get separation. Yes, you can. You can manufacture anything. They manufacture food, so you can manufacture getting separation. Take Turpin and put him in the slot or put him on the outside, and you will get that separation. Yeah. Listen, when you say you can't do something, that means you can. So stop all that talk. Yeah. Now, I'm going to say this in closing, Voch, and I want people to understand, know where you at all times. My friend Bad Nick called me the other night and said he was in trouble. I said, what you in trouble for? He said, man, I'm cartel. I hung the phone up. He said, do. You must hang the phone up or dial 1 or 0 and call back. I hung the damn phone up. Wrong way. It's supposed to be going the right way, but he's going the wrong way to the graveyard. And that's all I got to say. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, Charlie. 100%, man. Great call. Fantastic. What else? All right, cool. We good over there. I had a point. What was the point I was making?
Slug said they manufacture food. That got me too.
Right, exactly. Oh man, good call, Charlie. Oh man, it'll come back to me a little bit later. All right, clean call. Let's get to him. 316 up next. 321 on deck. 404 in the hole. Let's boogie. 316. What's up? Who this?
Hello.
Oh, hey, shit. Hey, we about to hit the button on you. 316. What's up?
I'm sorry, man. This is Dustin.
What's up, Dustin? What you got for the show?
First time caller, man. I love the show.
Appreciate you.
I got one quick point to make, man. I keep seeing our number 54, old boy. What he did in that play, man, I drink my water every single time I watch it, man. Yeah. It wasn't a fumble. Yeah. It wasn't really an interception. You know, we just got to call it, you just got Billy Deed. And I'm going to get out.
Come on, man. Dustin, I just put you down platinum. Next time you call in, I know it's you. To that point, though, Will, still, and maybe, my young football brain just can't remember me saying it. Just sacking somebody and just taking the ball from them. Who do that? Will, who has done that before?
I loved it. I think he was surprised, like, oh, shit, I got the ball.
I have seen strip sacks. I have seen... You know what I mean? The whole whatever, dog. But
I've seen it.
Yeah, Goff didn't even hit the ground good before Sam was like, all right, okay, appreciate my bad. And just, dog. And then they tried to fumble that bag. Will, cool. I saw in the trade market the other day. I don't even know if this was like legit, but I just saw the rumors or whatever. Does Chase Claypool interest you?
No.
No? Because I feel like he wouldn't come at the same price as a DJ Moore would.
I'm looking for a guy that can manufacture food by himself. I'm looking for a guy that can get that can get open by himself. No knock on Chase, right? Like Chase is quintessential Juju Smith-Schuster, right? Now I'm the guy, which he ain't because George Pickens is that dude. But I know, Voch. I get sick watching him. But Chase is a 2 or 3, but he ain't that guy.
How crazy? How on time would George Pickens be on this team?
Lord, don't. But it means no Sam, right? But still, it's George.
Sam can go. Sam can go. Hey, look, forever. Sam.
Yes, I'm with you on that one.
Actually, in real life, if it was up to me, after my board kind of did what it did, I would have taken George Pickens with the first pick, and they can still get Sam later. Just that we wouldn't have Tyler.
Yeah.
But Tyler,
basically,
hey, shit. Come on, man. Oh man, it was something else. Will Steele. It was yes. Okay, cool. Yes. Thank you. The 2 calls ago, Dustin. Appreciate you. Did you happen to watch Chiefs 49ers? Will Steele?
I was so funny you say that. I was rewatching our game, and on the same screen, I had Chiefs 49ers over there. So I'm like watching 2 games at once. So I watched it, but not intently enough to be like, I recall so many X amount of plays. So what you got?
Don't even worry about it. You couldn't miss these. I want to use Turpin like they used Mecole Hardman yesterday.
I saw how they used him weeks ago, but I didn't go back and see intently how they used Mecole Hardman. But they use little guys better than any team in the league.
Mecole Hardman had like 3 touchdowns yesterday, dog. And look, they was all like handoffs or like the whole you're in motion. I'm just gonna, just dump it in front of me and it's like a passing touchdown or whatever. They didn't use him as a traditional receiver. They just used him as athlete faster than you got. If there's anybody we could just use, go get me some Mecole Hardman. What's that face with still before I move on?
Jared Jeudy is the name. I would absolutely love Jared Jeudy in this offense.
Dak friendly. Route runner, gets open.
Yep.
Good size. I'll take that. How much would it cost? I don't know. Contract type shit. It could be cheaper, but we'll see. 3, 2, 1. What's up? Who this?
What's up, Voch?
Coolin', my guy. What you got for the show?
Hey, I got a question for you and Will.
Yes, sir.
Why do Dak play his worst football in the most important games? You think?
Tell me why.
No, I'm asking you guys.
I don't know. Well,
are you talking about the playoffs?
His worst game is in the big game.
Like, give me an example.
Playoffs.
You shouldn't have used the playoffs because technically, technically he's been really good in the playoffs except for the Niners game.
Dak has played some fantastic football in the playoffs.
Let's go to the Niners game.
Okay. So one out of 3 appearances, 1 out of 4. So 25% of the time you want to use that. Okay, cool. Go ahead. We listen. Go ahead. Tell us why. Go ahead. Talk to us.
Okay, but still, only success he had was within the division. Anything outside with good teams, Dak have a very hard time.
Dak is the 6th most winning quarterback since he's been in the league.
Yeah, he should be. All his wins came within the division.
But that's only come within the division. Right?
But that's only 6 games a year. What about the other 70?
Name one good team he beat.
New England Patriots.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not criticizing. I'm just asking you guys' opinion.
New England Patriots.
No, but I don't know if you're like insulting our intelligence. Are you dead serious? You are under this assumption that Dak has never beat a good team in his 7-year career.
I'm not trying.
Now I'm asking you a question. Are you under the belief that Dak has never beat a single good team ever in his career? Is that a serious question? Because if so, I'm out of this conversation.
I just want to know your opinion.
I'm asking you a question, sir. You're saying Dak has never beat a good team in his career?
Rams.
Wait, no, let him answer.
The Rams.
Packers.
Listen to you. Let him answer the question, sir. Has Dak beat a good team in his career?
I can't name one.
All right, cool. You got it.
All right. Appreciate you, my guy. Good call, man. So, I want to keep going a little bit, but it's 4:30. Well, they can't keep doing this, man. Well, they can't keep doing this, bro.
The reason why I wanted to answer that question because I'm not going to get in a back and forth with somebody who believes he never beat, and I'm using nice words here. Somebody who believes he never beat a good team at all in his career. Like, I'm really trying to be nice to these people, man, but are you that dense? Are you not thinking? Are you like blocking out those parts of his career? Like, I'm confused here. His better argument would have been, hey, man, you know, last year you went up against, you know, the Cardinals and you went up against the Chiefs and you didn't get those victories and went up against the Niners and didn't get those victories. That'd have been his better argument.
Yeah.
But you sound
I would rather him say, I would like if he would have said, I want Dak to be as hot late in the year as he is early in the year, that would have been a little better. But he's never beat a good team before.
I'm not having no legitimate conversation with a guy that says that.
Yeah.
The better argument would have been, hey man, I need him to finish more. Over the last 3 years, he hasn't finished as good as he did his first 3 seasons.
Well, let me tell you how terrible we are. We like to throw alleys because we feel like we know where people are going. So it was like, you wouldn't happen to be talking about the playoffs, would you? He said, yeah, cool, let's go with the playoffs. Oh, okay then. Wait. You wouldn't dare be talking about the playoffs. You wouldn't dare be talking about that, right? You mean to tell me in the 4 games he was in, he was good in 3 of them? Now you talking about individual play? Or you talking about the whole team? What you talking about, player? What you talking about? Dog, we be setting people up, dog. We be going crazy.
It just, you know, I don't know, man. People are strange.
We be going crazy on the wheel still. I wanted Dak to beat Aaron Rodgers so bad his rookie year, dog. He could have did it, but whatever. I think if Dak win 1 Super Bowl, like all the shit goes away. But it shouldn't have to be that way, man. You shouldn't have to do the hardest thing in football ever to just get some kind of respect. Whatever though. 404. What's up? Who this?
What's going on, man? This Sports Guru 95, man. First time caller, man. Long time listener.
Appreciate Sports Guru. I have seen you in my chat for years, so appreciate you. Thanks for having me. Well, thanks for coming on.
I got 2 points, man. The first point is this is for callers who are always after that. If you ain't watching film, shut up, man. Please. The TV copy does not tell you everything.
Yeah.
You got to watch the all 22. These guys tell you what is happening with Dak, good and bad. And yes, he has beat good teams.
Yeah.
Now, I was watching a guy, YouTube creator. I'm not gonna put his name out there, but the heat check that Dak had to CD that was almost picked. He pointed out something. I want you guys to check this out when y'all watch the all 22. He said if the outside receiver would have ran a deeper dig, that CD would have been 1-on-1. That dig, he cut the dig off so it didn't bring the safety down like that was expected. So he kind of put that on the outside receiver. I don't know who was playing the outside receiver there. But last point, man, good job, man. Love watching you guys, man. Sky, I haven't called into your show yet, but I am going to try to. But, hey, man, great job, man. And you guys have made me a better fan just by listening to you guys, man.
Appreciate you, big dog. Good call. What did I say, Scott?
Appreciate those kind words.
Oh, yeah, salute, 100%, man, 100%. Let's get these calls out quicker. It's 4:35. Let's get y'all in quick. 469, what's up? Who this?
Hey, Levi, I've been actually watching both of y'all, but Voch since like way back on Twitter. So I've tried to call, never got in, but I'm happy with it now.
Appreciate you.
I think, of course, more or less, I think a few things that I loved is even with Cooper Rush who was there, I was actually super excited to know that the offense hasn't hit its midseason form.
Right.
I know y'all said it before, but that's going to be incredible when the two play complementary football together because it applies pressure. But more or less, it is very hard for me to see our wide receiver core, and I think Sky, you pointed out like getting another wide receiver do anything because our OC, but on some level, I have to believe that using Tolbert or some deep speed route that can kind of keep the safeties back, really take it into another gear.
Yeah.
Because if our running game is this good, having the over top threat will always freeze them and make them take an extra step, and that opens up everything else. Maybe we don't have to require, Kellen to become this guru in offense, right? If the talent has its speed. So, all in all, I just wanted to get y'all thoughts about like, what is going on? Why can't we either use Tolbert for over the top or get somebody else who can go that like quickly?
Fair enough. Appreciate you, man. Good call. I don't think Tolbert's skill set is unique enough to put him over somebody right now. For example, like Tolbert is a better wide receiver than Turpin, but Turpin has a thing that he can do on his offense that nobody else can, which is run faster than every fucking body else. You know what I mean? So, in my mind, the one thing that I don't want to do with Tolbert is I don't want to turn. I'm not Turpin, Kevontae Turpin. I don't want to turn Turpin into he's going to run jet sweep fucking reverse guy. And the first thing we saw when Turpin came out that bitch is he was jet sweep reverse. Look, Kellen did a fantastic job of not running a reverse the whole damn last 5 weeks. And he ran 2 of them bitches.
You heard me this morning? Did you hear me this morning?
I did. What'd you say?
I was pissed. I'm like, why when Dak come back, you want to start this damn double, triple, double dog dare reverse shit again? Yeah, man. What are we doing? But they did run Tolbert on the over route. I was happy about that.
Yeah, for sure. And I see Danny Savage in the chat box that says Tolbert is a wasted pick. Relax, man. Tolbert will be fine. Tolbert has only been in the league for 28 days. I'm not going to argue with Danny, but he's only been in the league for 28 days, man. He has plenty of years to figure this thing out and get his feet up under him. But Kevontae Turpin, I would love to see Turpin get more involved, not on the jet sweep side. Go ahead, Will.
Now, the previous caller was talking about that throw down the seam. He's right. Yeah. Gallup did run the dig, I think, at the correct depth, but I would have much rather see Gallup just run a fly and occupy that safety. If so, because the throw, I know it's going to sound, you don't want to throw it into that. It's people say triple coverage. It wasn't triple coverage. It became triple coverage at the end because the other safety came over. But man, that's a good point. I didn't even think of it that way. He didn't occupy that other safety, but if you look at the other angle on that throw, it was a hell of a throw. It's just he had 3 people around it by the time it got there.
I will definitely watch film and come back and converse with you tomorrow on tomorrow's show. Y'all tune in. Be sure to tune in. Be sure to be here. 667, quickly. What's up? Who this?
Yeah,
what's good?
Love the show. Hey, quick thing, man. I'm tired of people talking about the decade. On a real talk, at some point, it started seeming like they bots off social media. I mean, at some point, to an Asian lady who's talking about, hey, come look at my page, I'm sexy. I'm tired of that hate. What that got to do to show everybody that he's an elite quarterback? His numbers is top 5 every year. Obviously, he got hurt. It is what it is. But the hatred is real. Sam Williams also a dog. I'm excited that we drafted him. I've seen it before it even happened. This dude is an animal. We got Sam Williams on one side and Mike on the other. We're going to be elite. This defense is going to be incredible. Man, my first time caller, by the way. Love the show. I'm going to check on you guys every day.
Appreciate you, my guy. Good call. Hey, look, he ain't lying. Sam Williams is a plum fool. I can't wait till he get right. Do you think he continues to develop and starts to outsnap Dante a little bit?
Shit, he might be doing that now. Go ahead, keep talking. I tell you.
He gonna let me know. Appreciate you. Last call, 940. What's up? Who this?
What's going on, Voch? Will?
What's good?
This is Sonny Sam. I usually call Will, but I watch both of your shows.
Appreciate you, Sonny Sam.
Sonny?
Sam Williams is a WWE special.
Damn right.
The guy is going to be dangerous as he gets better. But I want to point out that we need to look at our tight end run blocking is the weak link in our short yardage. We really need to show up that the block. A lot of the plays that got blown up by Detroit was getting blown up by our tight ends missing their blocks. Yeah. They need it. That's something that needs to be fixed.
Yeah. I tell you what though, Sonny, just on that point. Just on that point though, Sonny, you don't realize how tenacious Ferguson is until you see Dalton Schultz blocking next to him. You know what I mean? Like we all know that Ferguson's scrappy. But when you put them next to each other, it's a difference. It is a difference. So sure, good point.
Oh yeah. That's fair. But maybe because his legs hurt, but man, they were blowing past him, blowing up those we had 2 plays that it was short yardage and the defender comes right past him, Schultz, and makes the play. That's a weak link. when you talk about running plays.
Yep.
Also, it would be a good thing if we can get Anthony Brown in the slot, because he gives a half mile cushion. I mean, I can be an all-star quarterback with him with that kind of cushion.
Half mile cushion is crazy. Yeah. Fantastic point, Sonny. We definitely I don't know what it is about Brown. We need to figure something out. But Sonny, I just put your name in my system as platinum. So next time you call in, we'll know it's you, man, and we'll be tuned into you when you call in the Will Show. Also, man, appreciate you, Sonny.
Appreciate you, man. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Is that the Sonny that called in to my show? Interesting.
He say he called your show.
I know of a Sonny that called. It just didn't sound like him, so that was interesting.
Well, sometimes people call your show at 6 a.m. They call mine.
Very true. That's very true.
Let's get to it quick, man. Chat, what y'all got? Chat? Cut your ass up.
Let me say this about Schultz blocking, and you'll see it on the tape once you watch it. Yeah. You're going to get pissed when you see that Kavontae Turpin ending around.
It was there.
Schultz, why you got him, out there trying to block on that bum knee? He literally pulled up. He literally was like, I'm just let 24 run right by me, and that stopped that. And then the third one play, I don't know if it was Zeke or Tony Pollard, which is a tough ask. Big old defensive end and a tight end blocking him. He just said, "Excuse me, sir." Got back there and got it done. So,
Let me pull up these supers, man, so I can hear from y'all, man. See what y'all are talking about. Let me add that to my watch later list. Every time I got to go and find the supers, I just see stuff on my YouTube homepage. I'm like, I would love to watch that video later when I'm not working. All right. Voch side is up first. Then we'll go tap in with the volume side. I appreciate y'all, by the way. Love y'all to pieces, man. Love y'all to pieces. Today the 24th. Here we go. Chris 214. He says it seems like our offense coordinator is trying to outsmart people too much. Sure. I think some people need to keep this very simple. I can't do this, man. This lady is a peer of mine. She's a colleague of mine, and I might have to do some work with her one day. So we just can't keep doing. I'm gonna do it this one time, but we can't do this no more. Jane Slater Sweat says, give a grade to each unit, offense and defense, in the Lions game. I know. That's a big question, man. I'll watch the film and let you know. Or if you tap into my Patreon, I'll definitely have grades there. But dog, we gotta get off Jane, dog. Jane gonna have to do some work with us. Jane gonna have to come on the show one day, and I need y'all to behave yourself. Can't do it. But appreciate you. Andrew Vanderpool dropped a deuce, says unsung hero of this defense has to be Dorrance Armstrong. Dorrance having a good game. And you said that Billy D and Dante's snaps are damn near identical?
Last two games, yeah. 14 for Dante this past game, 15 for Sam. Last game it was 11 for Sam, if I'm not mistaken, and like 15 for Dante. So it's close. It's close.
Dante playing good too, though. Like Dante,
right, bro. You don't want to take him off the field all the time.
Yeah. And just we got that dude for $38, man. $38 and a slice of pizza. We got some Dante foul in our life, bro. It's
a great tackle for loss.
Yeah, man, for sure. I want to get him on the field a little more, though. You know what I mean? I feel like 11 plays ain't a lot, but also I don't want my defense on the field too
11. What are you talking about, Sam? You want to get Sam on the field more?
Both of them, really, Sam and Dante, to be fair.
I want to see him. Have you seen the end game package with Sam at the 4-eye, the defensive tackle? Have you seen that yet?
I have not.
Either.
We'll look at it. And Sam got history of doing it, but and that's crazy. If Sam only played 11 snaps, Will, and he got 2 sacks, pressure, and a big ass tackle for loss,
15 in this game. I think it was 11 in the Eagles game.
Even if 15 snaps and he got two sacks.
Right.
God damn. Steele. Right. Steele. Look. And I don't know if that's I feel like if Sam was on some other team.
14, actually, not even 15. So
14.
He's played 25 snaps the last 2 games, brother. 25, and he's been credited with 3 pressures, 2 sacks, I think like 3 quarterback hits or something like that. Yeah, 3 stops.
And that's not a dude that you double team. So Sam Williams 1-on-1 with Panay Sewell. Oh my God.
Bro got 3, 4, 5. He got 6 pressures in the last 3 games. He heating up.
Come on, man. He on the way, bro. Sam on the way, bro. Let's go to the volume side. Check y'all supers out. Today the 24th. Hit that refresh button. More supers on the volume side. Love it. Josh Rander says, he dropped 5. He says, this is how fans wanted us to win. Well, we did. What's the issue? D played lights out. Our offense played good and made one hurtful mistake. W. Hey, man. They're going to continue to make excuses, bro. Look, they said, why can't Dak Prescott play like Cooper Rush? Play a little better. Vance Williams on a bad day. Vance Williams dropped 5. The Lance Vance dance. Vance Williams dropped 5. It says even Dak's first throw into triple coverage was a dime that the defender made a play on. Saved me a seat at Golden Corral. Come on, Vance. Appreciate you, dog. Come on, man. You already know. Jonathan Walter says, what if Bland outperforms Lewis? To be fair, Will Steele,
it's a wrap.
If he out for the season. Yo, if this was the last year on his contract, right?
No,
Jordan Lewis.
He got one more year, but you say like $5 million. I think it's a wrap.
Yeah. So you're gonna save money. You got the replacement, and he's not playing none this year for you. I think Jordan.
You know what? Let me slow down, bro. Let me slow down because maybe they want the veteran depth, right? If it's not going to cost much, so let me not jump ahead here in October, because Anthony Brown is gone, like after the season, so his contract's up, and maybe you put this weird competition between Kelvin Joseph, Deron Bland, and Jordan Lewis. So I ain't gonna say it's a wrap, but just saying.
Definitely a wrap for Nation. All right. I don't say let's use Nation at all. Why he made the team? All right. So let me see. Q Dog says, love the win. Reverse in the fourth quarter. Come on, Kellen. Really? Zeke and Pollard killing it. Defense dominating. Special teams dominating. McCarthy needs to help the offense. All you got to do is smack Kellen upside the head. Armand George says our run defense needs a lot of improvement. That's where I kind of disagree, though, Will Steele. I think people saying we need a lot of improvement.
That's a bit much.
I go back to this game, Will Steele. You remember when we played the Rams in like 2019 or something, and we had 2 backs to get over 100 yards, like Zeke and Antonio got over 100 yards? Like, that's an emergency, my run defense is bugging type of day for me. We may give up 70 yards, and they only get 6 points. I'll live with that. Jamal Williams ain't no scrub over running back. He been whooping everybody else except the Patriots. You know what I mean? That's a good offensive line over there, bro. I think we can get better at stopping the run, but I don't think we need a lot of run improvement. Go ahead, Will.
Well, individuals haven't been killing Dallas like 100-yard games except for Fournette in game 1, which that has now become the worst run team in the league, by the way. That's just for somebody else. But it needs to improve. But did he say a lot of improvement? It's a bit of a stretch to say a lot because, bro, like they're not scoring on you. They get 2 rushing touchdowns on the season. I think is like top 2 or 3 in the league. And I always say this: if you're gonna run, you better score because you can run all the way down to the 30-yard line. And the minute you incomplete pass in the 2nd and 10, and you're gonna try to run and you only get 3 yards, now it's 3rd and 7. You ain't running again. So you better score. So it is definitely the Achilles heel of the Cowboys, and for different reasons. I think mostly schematic. But is it enough, Voch, to cost you? I think that's to be determined because it'll depend who you play in the playoffs. Because if you get the 49ers again, that is a team that does shit you have not shown to be able to handle on a consistent basis. So it all depends on the matchup.
And look, it just goes back to this. If we got to line up against the 49ers, we got to score. Make them dudes throw. But we'll cross. Hey, look, we got time, chat. We got time.
Yep.
Got time. But appreciate y'all. Charles Reese says Kellen was trying to get some cut in the first half. Oh, God. And he came back and dropped 5 and says, I love the trend on defense just ending games. They just take the ball away when they're done playing. We dig people in the hole, man. Like that's our thing. John Rumsey dropped a dime. He put a sticker. He put a dime sticker. It's a character that looks something like a Lapras. Will Steele would have no idea what a Lapras is, but it looks like a Lapras. Will, do you know what a Lapras is?
No, I do not. Maybe if I see it.
You don't know the Lapras. See, Will Steele was way too cool. See, Will Steele was way too cool when this was going on. See, when I was out there trying to catch Lapras in a gold version, like in that very first cave.
Pokemon?
Right? Yes, sir.
Gold version was like later down the line. I was into Pokemon for a good minute. It was popping back when I was in school, but then it fizzled out real fast for me as you got older.
Gold because you was trying to get some. You was at that age where getting some was taking priority over Pokemon or whatever.
Well,
but I was 10 years. I was 10 years younger than you, so I was a kid. You know what I mean? And Pokemon Gold wasn't that far down the line. It was a second generation.
I thought it was third. That wasn't the third one. I thought Red Blue was first.
Red, blue was first. Red, blue, yellow was first.
Yeah.
Gold, silver, platinum was gold, silver, diamond.
I was done by then. Put it this way: I was trading the actual cards before the game. We was in the bathroom. You say shooting dice. I was trying to get a holographic.
Likewise, I was shooting dice for Pokemon cards. You shitting me?
Everybody talking about they get killed over J's. Nah, fam. It was fights over them holographics.
Dog. We'll talk later, dog. We'll talk. What y'all know about that life? Let's get back into it though, man. Let's get back. Will Steele, what if I was to tell you that there's like 1,000 Pokemon now? I think they're about to hit 1,000 in this next generation coming up.
1,000 Pokemon.
1,000. It's about 1,000 Pokemon now.
Good for them.
The new game come out in November, and I'll be playing. All right. Let's see.
Fam, when that Pokemon Go shit came out when I was a working man, I was just sitting here seeing people gather around random ass spots like, y'all wildin'.
Look, dog, Pokemon Go made people get the most exercise they've ever got in their life.
I swear.
Just outside trying to catch some shit. Jerry Martinez dropped the 5 in the Super. And then Boston Spade dropped the 5 and says, K9 gets hit with the "my parents home early" text every time he's on his way. That's why he be so mad. K9 gets the "my parents home early" text every time he's on his way.
I don't know who K9 is.
That's why he be so mad. Appreciate you, Boston Spade. Salute. Chat box, what y'all got, man? Hey, Will Steele, there was this new evolution of Yu-Gi-Oh! When the third season came out, they started playing 4 cards, right? So like you had to bet your rarest card. So like when you lose your card. So we doing nerd shit, but we in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So we would leave the streets and go play Pokemon at the bookstore. Books A Million had Yu-Gi-Oh! At the bookstore. And we'll be at the bookstore robbing, not officially robbing, but robbing these little kids that's not raised in neighborhoods as tough as us, robbing them for their rare cards. It would be it's almost like boom, 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 spades, dominoes, pop, pop, pop. Give me your winged dragon of rock, bitch, and we'll leave.
Man, if I'd have known how much it would have been worth, I'd have kept that book. We had a card, we had like a trade-in place around the corner from my crib. And I got to the point I was like, I'm done with this. So I would trade it in, get some money, and then go flip that, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, so I wish I would have known that it would have been worth what it is now. I'd have kept that shit.
I'd have kept a whole lot of shit from my childhood, dog. I actually got a little Game Boy Advance emulator on my phone. I still play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm still nice. So one day I think there's gonna be a world where I'm gambling motherfuckers online to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And beat their ass in it. I don't know. I should grow up because I'm 30, but
oh my god, original holographic Charizard 75K.
Yeah, Will, still it's crazy now. Well, they got live streams, right? They got live streams of dudes. They probably bought 500 packs of cards.
Didn't Logan do that?
Logan did that, yeah. Just to rip them shits open to find a rare card, just so they could sell them, dog. Like this shit's different, man. Shit's different out here, man.
eBay, bro. eBay turned everything up when it became a thing.
Yep. The original Mario game just sold for $100,000. I saw that too, Shaq. Like the original. But look, Will, but this is my thing though, Will. How do you have the foresight to go out and cop the new Mario, but you can't open it? You know what I mean? Like it has to be mint condition, unopened.
And I was just about to say, I wish I was a collector. That's why, because these are people that are collectors. You know what I'm saying? Like they probably was collecting stuff before or were around collectors, and they understood this is going to be something. If you get a chance, go watch. I think it's called Council Wars or something like that. Really dope documentary about all the councils and stuff. And I did see that Mario game is worth what it's worth now from that. But if you was a collector, you see the foresight. I'm not a collector of anything like that. I wish I was, because it's just worth a lot of money, man.
Anyway, man, it's 5:00. Let's wrap this shit up, man. House Nelson says talk football.
Broke a record.
Yeah. I mean, we been here since 3. Where you been at? Anyway, follow me on all my social medias, VOCHLOMBARDI. Hit the like and subscribe on this video. Also, too, it was what I missed.
Shaq says Sky about to go get his first Bible and put it on eBay.
Oh shit! Hey man, collector's edition, dog. You was there. Oh shit, that's funny, dog. That's hilarious. Hey, listen, I just I just put a link in the chat box. That's of the film session I just dropped. That's with Micah Parsons, Billy D, and the D-Law play. I got some Trey Diggs in there too. It's 5:00, man. Say that quote for tomorrow, man. We run up on time. My bad, Joe. We had a long show, but that's how Mondays go. My bad. Tap into that film session. I'm gonna take a break, get something to eat, kiss the wife, and we have some Patreon after all this. Y'all hold it down. Follow Will Steele on Skywalker Steele on all social media platforms. A to Z Dallas in the morning, 8:30. Now y'all hold it down for the Dosky Wilson P Squeeze. Till next time. Follow you.
Beats Planet.